Back here in Europe, EU leaders have agreed to develop a COVID-19 vaccine passport that could ease border crossings and allow people more freedom to travel again. EU leaders met for a virtual summit to discuss coordination. They're already under pressure over a lagging vaccine rollout. Germany's Chancellor says it will be at least 3 months before a vaccine passport system is up and running.
With slow vaccinations, coronavirus variants, border chaos, and summer holidays at risk, there was no shortage of talking points at this virtual EU summit. During a 4-hour video call, leaders try to find a united way forward in the fight against the pandemic. The pressure is intense. Concerns can't just be waved aside, with the EU lagging behind on vaccination numbers and new variants spreading rapidly across the continent.
The B117 is by now in all member states but one. The South African variant is in 14 member states and the Brazilian variant in 7. So there is a lot of challenge ahead of us.
Apart from ramping up vaccine manufacturing and easing production bottlenecks, the EU will put more energy into detecting these more contagious and dangerous mutations through a dedicated program. With spring on its way, tourism has made it back to the agenda. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis was one of the first leaders to call for an EU-wide vaccination certificate in an attempt to ease travel restrictions and save the summer holiday season. That's something all leaders could get behind, but how and when exactly this vaccine passport could be rolled out is uncertain. We expect it to be done by summer. I am not a programmer, so I cannot make any guarantees, like I cannot guarantee vaccine deliveries. But the political requirements are to reach this goal within the next few months. But for the moment, member states have agreed that tourism and all non-essential travel is not an option.
Well, for more on this, I'm now joined by our Brussels Bureau Chief, Alexandra von Namen. Alexandra, when will we see these passports?
Well, presumably within the next 3 months. That is what German Chancellor Angela Merkel said after the meeting, but she didn't want to commit to any specific date because, as she stressed, there are a lot of details that are still being worked on in Berlin, but also in Brussels. The European Commission would like to see an EU-wide certificate, and if not, then they want to make sure that national vaccine certificates will be recognized in every member state. But I think it's fair to say that what we saw yesterday was real progress compared to all the discussions going on for weeks now. We have this broad agreement that vaccine certificates are coming.
So when I have this passport in the summer, as the Chancellor indicated, will I be able to travel the EU freely like I used to?
Well, that's, of course, the key question, but I don't have any answer for you yet, because that is something that the EU leaders did not agree on. Angela Merkel said that vaccine certificate doesn't necessarily mean that you are allowed to travel. French President Macron was also a bit skeptical, saying that, we have to make sure that no one is going to be discriminated against because we don't have enough vaccines, because young people still have to wait to be vaccinated. But I think that the pressure is really growing from different member states, saying we need to open up travel, we need to open up tourism. The Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz warned the European Union that if they are not going to do it together, Austria will go it alone.
So, to have this passport, to get this passport first, you have to get a vaccination. So what have EU leaders said they want to do about the embarrassingly slow vaccine rollout?
Well, they said that anything that is necessary has to be done to speed up the rollout, to ramp up the production. There is a new task force that has apparently been able to identify a potential location that could be used to ramp up the production. And Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the European Commission, stressed during the meeting that, trying to calm down, I think, everyone, that deliveries are increasing, that we are going to see more vaccines vaccines arriving in the next quarter. But of course, EU leaders are under a lot of pressure to deliver progress, to deliver results to their populations. And they were also talking about a possible complete export ban for vaccines, but there was no broad majority to introduce that, because at the moment the European Commission is just controlling who is exporting vaccines out of the European Union, but there is no export ban, and it was not agreed upon that is going to be one in the future.
Our Brussels Bureau Chief Alexandra van Namen there. Thank you, Alexandra.